in, right? I said it's LA Comic-Con, make some noise! Most impressive. Hi there, my name is Maud Garrett. I will be moderating the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. panel happening here at LA Comic-Con. We've got two absolutely incredible people. They've played both the good and the bad in the show. So guys, give it up for Brett Dalton, who you know as Grant Ward, and Mallory Jackson, who is Ada, aka Madam Hydra. Come on out, guys. Here's a fun little secret, little intel inside of knowledge. We were having a bit of a sing-along backstage, having a bit of a warm-up. Jump on in, take a seat, guys. Ahoy. So glad I wore a skirt today. Sit down. Hi, guys. Hello. How many times have you done panels and conventions together now? It's been a few times.
It's been a few times, but this is my favorite.
Oh my God, there's so many people.
I know, my God, LA representing. All right.
Yeah.
It's quite a funny thing because you guys actually never did any scenes together on the show.
No, thank God. Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how that would have gone. I did see you in the makeup trailer a few times.
Yes.
Yeah. Getting all your,
It takes hours to look like this, okay? Okay, maybe you can just wake up and look like that, but for me, it's hours of work.
I noticed.
Yeah.
But you look great.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Well, as you can see with the crowd, this show is incredibly popular, and I want to know, from an acting point of view as well, how much did your life change before the show to now that you've been on the show?
Well,
Get it, Mallory.
thanks, Brett.
And you can feel free to sing your responses.
That wasn't even a minute, Brett. That wasn't even a minute that he tried to plant that seed.
Stop. I know, he always does this to me.
No, I don't always do
Yeah,
this.
he
to
does.
you.
He
That's
does. Tries to make me
ridiculous.
sing everything.
We're not going to force that.
No,
yet.
oh no.
No,
This is
guys,
happening.
I would never force
happening.
that.
This is what was going on
For those of you who don't know,
Mallory's in a great show called Alvarez, where it's a musical, and she sang very wonderfully.
back to the question though.
Alvarez.
Back
Come
to the
on.
question.
I'm bringing that
Since-
back later.
Great. Since Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I've noticed there's a lot more people who dress up as my characters, which is really cool to see. I don't know if there's anyone out there today as a Madam Hydra. There we go. There's a Madam Hydra. Someone. Yeah.
No,
There's a
they were
hand.
just pointing
There was a
to
hand
the
up.
dog there. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I've noticed that. What about you, Brett? What have you noticed since being on the show?
Lots. Yeah, definitely. So much. I'm speechless. No, I don't know. I mean, I was in New York, and I was pretty. Who? Okay. I was in New York, and you know, auditioning, and I had just graduated, and I didn't hardly have anything to my name or to my resume. Certainly not to my bank account. And so yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. changed my life because it was really my first big break. Thank you. One person, awesome. Don't clap at once. Dodgers! Okay, but yeah, I mean, it changed my life. It really, for me, I think, was the fulfillment of a dream that I've had for a really long time, which was to make my career doing the thing that I love, and I get to do that every single day, and get paid for it, and to be on a show which has been running now for 6 seasons is no small feat. So, yeah, I think I just got really lucky. Oh, nice! That was my first comic cover. Very cool. I'll sign that later. Awesome. So yeah, I mean, it's changed my life. What I'm saying is I was nothing before this show, and now I don't know if I'm everything. I'm not saying that. I just am something.
Started from the bottom, and now you're here.
Oh my God.
Wrong crowd.
Very well said.
That's
Very
a
well
great
said. Thank
story,
you.
Brett.
Thank you.
Rags to
Anything
riches.
else? I feel like, Mallory, your career just kind of snowballed. You moved over to LA, fresh off the same thing, studying, learning about it, and then you just hit the ground running big time. What was
I
that
was
like?
pretty lucky, actually. Are you filming me right now?
Taking your photo.
Oh, okay.
Taking your photo too.
That was the weakest woo I've ever heard.
We can do better than that.
There was more of a cheer for the dog earlier. Okay, if we're gonna film this thing, this needs to be like legit. I thought we were representing. Okay, can you count us down,
I
please?
can. You guys
Okay.
ready to woo your little heads off in 3, 2, 1.
That was much better.
Much better.
Much better.
So proud of you guys. Thank you very much.
It's gone now. That was nice.
We're gonna go
yeah,
off script
we're
anyway.
answering
Don't
your
worry about it.
question. No, yeah, it's fine.
I gotta say, I was pretty lucky coming over here. I mean, there's a lot of Australian actors who come over here and try to make a go of it. Oi, oi, oi!
There's always another one.
I love it. No one knows what to do when we say that.
Oh my gosh, and when you sing happy birthday and you go hip hip, hooray! No one says hooray.
No, it's not hip hip hooray, it's after the happy birthday song.
That was
very
an
odd.
eye-opener. I
Anyway.
do want to talk about your characters because it's actually quite similar what happened with both of you in it. You know, you had an established character, you were on the right side, you're on the good side, and then you had a little bit of a twist and turn. What was that like as actors, getting to flex, you know, your acting muscles and go from both sides? I mean, you're not just one or the other. You get to do it all.
Mallory?
Oh.
You guys just keep passing off my questions like a tennis ball.
Yeah.
Thanks. Well, it was, I think we just love the challenge, really. I'm going to speak for you.
Yes, please.
I just
Please
did.
do. Just don't do the hip hip thing because nobody understood that.
I just love the challenge of playing so many different versions of my character, and I didn't know in the beginning it would turn out that way. I just thought I was playing a robot lady in the beginning. But then we have such amazing writers and producers on the show, and they just sort of developed this character and guided me along the way, and I loved it. I loved being able to become more and more aware of my surroundings, and then become more and more, I wouldn't say evil, but she was the hero of her own story, is what I like to say.
That's what all evil people say.
She wasn't doing just to be evil, she wanted to be human. So I just love playing with that, and it was really great to use my Australian accent at one point in the show. That was written in for me. Got a few, yeah.
Mallory,
Did
how
you
many
like
people
that?
think that you're actually American?
Pardon?
How many people think that you're actually American?
I don't know, who thought I was American? Oh.
Surprise!
I can be American if you want me to be. I mean, I can just turn it on for you. Brett, do you have
Yes.
anything to add?
No, I was just going to say that you can drop that accent. Like, we're all friends here.
Okay.
All
right,
you know,
fine.
Yeah,
I
thank
was
you.
just trying to
thank
do
you.
something different.
Thank you. Well, you know,
I'm an
sometimes
actor.
different isn't always better. Just saying. We love you just the way you are. That's what we're saying. I don't know. I mean, I think that just like Mallory, I would say that, I think that we essentially got to play separate characters in the same show. I mean, usually you have one character who has this really crazy arc or even a mild arc, but it changes and develops over multiple seasons. We got to play like entirely separate characters within the same show. So I think that that's always exciting as an actor. And for me, I mean, the original version of Ward was cool, but I don't know. I mean, he seemed at a certain point a bit like a wet blanket. Like Coulson would always say, like, oh, okay, we're gonna go in and we're gonna do this. I don't know, Coulson. It doesn't sound like the right idea, man. There's the fences all around, and I don't know. And then I'd always get beat up. Never have any like cool like poses at the end or anything like that. Like, I would just, oh shoot, okay, cool.
Amazing. I saw that too.
Oh damn.
Well done.
Oh shit. And I knocked this over at the same time. That's how good my karate is. You see that? That coffee had no chance.
What have you done?
That's a lot of pain coming his way. See what I did there? Yeah, you did. I told that cappuccino no. Okay.
You're
nice.
exactly like your character, is what I'm getting.
Yeah, definitely. No, I don't know. I mean, we both saw that it was just really fun and interesting to do, and for me in particular, I felt like the first version of Ward was cool, but not nearly as cool and fun and interesting and dynamic and dangerous and unpredictable and whatever he said. As the second and third iteration of him, when we actually found out he was a sleeper the whole time, and it was just a lot of fun.
I'd love for you guys to share a story from set. Obviously, Mallory, you entered a show that was really established already, that had a tight-knit team going into it. I just wanted to hear what it was like on set, who was like the jokester, who was a lot of fun, who knew their lines very studiously. What was everyone like?
Oh, goodness.
I don't know. You want me to jump in?
I didn't really work with you very much, so I can't
No, I know.
speak
So I'll just answer
that.
that. I was brilliant.
Yeah.
I knew my lines, knew everything. No, I would say that Elizabeth has probably never messed up a line in all 6 seasons. It's incredible, and also she can like cry on cue whenever she wants. It's just nuts.
Amazing.
Ian is like just always emotionally there and always ready to go and brings so much to it. Clark is amazing. He's like our father on set. For a lot of us, we were just starting out. This was a really big change for all of us. Having, you know, when I moved to LA from New York. Again, sorry to upset you, but I came to LA and there were all these posters and all this stuff, and he was really helpful in navigating us through this whole like changing thing that was happening. And he's great on Twitter. He taught me a whole bunch about that as well. Yeah, okay, cool. Ming is great. She's like the king of the one-liner. She's just amazing, and she knows how to pose after a fight. That's what I always wish I wanted, wish I was able to do. After a fight, she always does the thing and then blows her hair, and it's just awesome. I don't even care what the fight was. If you end it like this, and I just wanted to see her do that. Yeah, I know.
Keep posing it.
Yeah. So that was all really great. Who am I missing? Who am I missing in there?
Chloe.
Chloe. Oh yeah. Chloe's just amazing. I've seen her change from the very beginning. I mean, her and I tested together. So I saw her way before she was cast. I was cast a couple of weeks before she was. They flew us out. I knew that day that she probably got it. And we just had a natural chemistry. In fact, I think that test is available.
I've seen it.
Yeah, they sent it
great.
as part of one of the extras or something like that. But we just were fast friends, and so I don't. Does that answer your question? That's kind of
thoroughly.
Yeah.
And also, guys, if you do have a question, we're going to have a roaming microphone around. So if anyone has a question, I'm going to open up to question time as well, so we can get that happening. You can ask directly, which is pretty cool. I want to know, what skill set did you learn from this show that you've been able to apply? Because I know that, Mallory, you've done shooter, and I saw you like working magic with the gun. Did you kind of know like the...
Well, you know, I did a few episodes of shooter recently, and I sort of said to them, yeah, I know how to use a gun. I got this. Thanks to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D, which taught me everything I need to know. Yeah, I felt like I was thrown in the deep end a little bit, because I was obviously used to singing and dancing, and that was my...
Okay,
Could you give us an example?
No, let
Just
me keep
a bit
talking.
of an example.
You need a starting note? There you go. Go for it.
Do I need to bring up the soundtrack again?
I don't
Go
think
ahead.
so. I don't think we need to do that.
Should we get her to sing, guys? I'm sorry. She's like, what about the sisterhood board? And I was like, no, I've got to hear
not
this.
happening.
I've been trying for many, many Comic-Cons to
have
get you to
never
sing.
succeeded.
This
He has
might
never
be the
succeeded.
one. This might be the one. I'm just saying.
Okay, Brett, the day you can learn a Gallivant song, I promise I will sing it with you. But you have to learn the lyrics word for word.
Quick, somebody get me the lyrics. Okay. You keep answering your question.
Okay, I'll keep answering. So anyway, I wasn't used to any kind of fighting or stunt training, and honestly, when I think I did my first fight with Mingna, and a lot of the stances, I kind of like did little twirls and things, and like was very light-footed, and one of the stunt coordinators came up to me and said, you need to be less of a dancer and more of a fighter. So be a little more exact with your moves. So I learned a lot from that. Did you really look up lyrics?
Brett's got it
Yes.
down.
Yes, I'm a determined individual.
How do you want to kick this off, Brett and Mallory? Brett? What's your first line?
Static, static. Excuse me, screaming Gallivant.
Oh.
Come on, come on, come on, come on.
That was really the note.
Tiny problem would
got
arise,
this, babe.
which should a nearby king of wealth stand.
I don't know, I'm quite enjoying this.
Oh, trial of Apple Music? Stop it!
Oh, the
Thank you,
anticlimax
Apple.
of the century. I don't know about you guys, it's probably the best panel I've ever been a part of. That's amazing.
Thank you.
I want to know from you, obviously you got costumes, you get to put on the suit, becoming Madam Hydra. Did you have those hell yeah moments when you looked into the, hey, who said that? It's the wrong side, my man. It's not about Hydra, right?
The right panel to do it, though. No, this is right.
Yeah. What,
When you first got in the costume.
oh, yeah, okay, so I had a hell yeah moment when I first got to wear a cape
Yeah, I was just
for
going to
the
say the
very
cape.
first time. It was when I walked off the ship. What do you call the ship? You should know that.
The
Quinjet.
ship?
The ship.
It's called the ship.
I ship it.
Ship. The Quinjet.
Oh,
See,
that's
he
what you
knows
meant?
more
Oh, I
than
thought
you.
you meant like the loading dock in the back. I'm like, what is that called? A
Well, it was
ramp.
the loading dock. It's movie magic.
Ah, yes. The
So
Quinjet.
anyway, I got to walk off and I had my hair flowing like Beyonce and had the cape flowing and I just strutted off this ship, Quinjet, and I felt like $1 million. It felt so good. That was the best moment of my life.
Yeah, it's a good thing they cut out that stumble that you had at the very end, because
There
that would have
actually
really
was.
messed things up. Just like that. Oh my god. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I know it.
Yeah.
For me, mine was very minor, but it was a big thing for me. It was the first time I got to have stubble. I wasn't expecting a groan after that. Okay.
That's the differentiating factor between a good guy and a bad boy, is like a little bit of stubble.
Well, I mean, in real life, as we are, IRL now, I like to have just a little bit of something, and I felt like Ward was just so clean shaven and just so put together. He must be hiding something, and I was right. But I mean, at the time, I was like, man, I just hate this whole like shaving thing. I feel like it makes me look so young, and just like that's just not me. But as soon as I was able to not shave, I was like, oh my god, I feel more comfortable in this guy. I know who this guy is. Not that I'm like totally opposed to shaving in general. I'm just saying, like, it just didn't feel right, and then something happened when I didn't have to shave. What are you about to say? What are you
No,
about
I
to
was
say?
just admiring your designer stubble right now.
Designer stubble.
It's a bit,
Game
yeah.
changer.
Again, there's a team of makeup experts in the back. I
He's
actually
been here
can't
for
grow
4
facial
hours
hair.
getting
Yeah,
ready.
yeah, they just glue them all out.
You actually don't have facial hair, it was applied, wasn't it?
Yes, that's correct.
One whisker at a time. So I'm going to open it up to you guys. Who has an Agents of... There are microphones. Is there any way we can grab a microphone and put it to someone with their hand up? Doesn't it? Obviously,
Okay.
guys, be nice, be sweet.
Yes.
Don't overstep
And also,
any
we've
lines
been
and
given the
boundaries.
5-minute panel, which is crazy because I'm going to try and stay over as long as I can until they kick me out here. But, thank you. But try and keep your questions kind of short, and we'll try
Yeah,
and
we'll
keep
try
our
and keep it
answers kind of short so we can get as many people in as we can, okay?
Wonderful. We've got one over here. Well, I mean, you're making the decisions now.
Yeah, there's no way they're going to be able to come up to the front there.
Well, we're
I think over
pointing.
here in this corner.
Sure. I'm not entirely sure
Eventually.
what's happening, so I just... I mean, this person over there had their hand up.
Don't
in a
all
white
jump at
collar.
once,
there
guys.
There we go. That's probably the most convenient, I feel. Hi, what's your name? What's your question?
Hey, I'm Everett. I had a question. Can you prove to me right now that this isn't another version of the framework?
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Thank you.
Ah, okay.
What was the hardest scene to like film?
Anything with Mallory.
You didn't shoot too. Oh.
We didn't actually have any scenes together, Brent. So was it just when I was there during the day?
Yes.
That was hard for you?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Show of hands as well. Who else have we got? Spider-Man over there. If you want to get up and
I have this. Sorry. Okay. This one's a question for Brett. I really, really love you in the show, but I actually have a question about Until Dawn.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was wondering where that was going.
No,
I was not expecting that, but.
No, I didn't mean
Okay.
because I know that it's so much different probably to film for a video game, so I want to know like how was this experience so much different, and if you learned anything from that experience to bring into your regular acting career.
Surprisingly, video games have gotten so advanced that I didn't feel like there was much of a difference between the two, if I'm perfectly honest. You didn't have to worry about the cameras because you had a head-mounted camera that had you in a close-up the whole time. Normally with camera setups, you have a mark that you hit and you have to relatively stay within there. You didn't have that restriction when you were in this giant black box and you were on a close-up the whole time, so you knew they were capturing all of your thoughts and all of your feelings. So I actually felt very free. And there were boxes that sort of stood in for like a tree trunk that we were supposed to jump over, all of that stuff. So it actually kind of felt like acting class. We were in black sweatpants and jumping around. We just had little ping pong balls attached to us and this camera attached to our head. It was incredibly free, actually. And I trusted that the camera was right there in a close-up getting everything the whole time. So you can actually be really big with your body, but also really small because it was capturing everything on your face. And I think the results speak for themselves. I mean, it's awesome. I was super surprised. I was like, I don't know how this is going to come out, but I had fun. And yeah, and I think it's really great. Don't all cheer at once. Until Dawn, PS4.
And you're a bit of a gamer as well, aren't
BAFTA
you?
award-winning. Just saying.
You're a bit of a gamer. You play video games too.
Yeah, a little bit.
What are you playing at the moment?
I know you guys are excited for Red Dead Redemption 2. I haven't got my hands on a copy, but I hear that if I don't, I'm going to be like kicked out of the like comic world. If I don't, I'm never going to be invited to another Comic-Con. So I'm going to get my hands on it for Christmas.
Fantastic. Spider-Man, where are you with your question?
There
Hey!
Spidey.
We get a microphone over to Spidey. What's up,
Not
you?
much of a disguise there, bro.
How's it going? I have a question for Mallory. For the character for Ada, did you actually have inspiration from James Spader's Ultron when doing the character?
No, I didn't actually. And I only found out, like, I only sort of looked into Ultron after I'd begun filming, but I really wasn't told much beforehand. I just said, you know, tried to be my best artificial self.
Really?
You're still currently doing a great job, Mallory.
Am I? Great. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
I really focused on her body movements and everything, and that was hard for me because a lot of my direction was don't blink, don't breathe now, and when you turn, just make it very, very slow. Like that.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed that, but it was like I did have a chronic case of dry eyes for a long time after that.
Well, that is the last question that we can take for this particular
Oh,
panel. I am sorry to
come
say
on.
it. I do want to ask
50 more.
one little
100
thing
more. Come on.
that I'm really interested to know. Obviously, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is in the same universe as all of the Avengers movies that's happening. Should your characters still be alive, do you think you would have survived Thanos' clique?
What do we think?
Why you gotta put that restriction in it? If they're alive, why do you have to rub it in our faces that we've died?
Is that a sore spot?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. All right.
It's Marvel. We never really die.
No, that's why.
Exactly.
So that's why they're called nerds, because no one ever really dies. It's an acronym.
Yes.
Not just a blonde knows
Nice.
words. Well, guys, what are you working on right now, and where can people find you if they want to explore you on social media and keep in touch?
Yes, well, I'm on social media. I think it's Mallory_Jansen is my Instagram. And I don't know what my Twitter is, but you can just look up my name. Right now, I have a few things on the go, but you'll be finding out very soon. Can't say too much. What about you, Brett?
Same with me. I have some things in the works. You know, streaming is where everything is going these days. So, just saying. So there might be a little something. Might be a little video game in the works as well. We'll see. We'll see. You can, but there's a lot of stuff. And if you happen to be at home during the holidays, and the Hallmark Channel is in the back. I just did a Hallmark
What
film.
is it called? Does it have
It's
a
called
name?
Once Upon a Christmas Miracle, December 9th. Thank you. You know your parents, and you know it's on from like Thanksgiving until Christmas, okay? It's on in the background. Just leave it on December 9th, and we'll be there. It's great. My platforms are, it's like I'm Brett Dalton, just without the apostrophe. So I am Brett Dalton for both Instagram and Twitter, and I'll update a whole bunch of stuff. And have pictures of my daughter for Halloween. She's going to be dressed as Jareth the Goblin King from Labyrinth. And I'm baby Toby, so I'm going to be dressed up in a onesie. A red and white striped
wait to
onesie.
see
Follow at your own risk, because that's what you're about to see.
Mallory, Halloween costume this year, what are you going to do?
I don't know. I was trying to think of this, but I honestly don't know. Do you have a suggestion for me?
Well, I'm going
Galliford!
and a 1, and a 2. Well, thank you so much for joining us here at LA Comic Con.
All right, thank you guys so much.
Really appreciate that. Have a great rest of the con. Guys, if you want to jump up there and grab a quick photo, and if you guys want to take a photo, now's your chance. Thank you. But one last woo for the sake of the panel, yeah? 1, 2, 3.
So meta. We are in the framework. Awesome. Thank you guys so much.